So I don't run any sales, not like November, not Christmas, not any other holidays, for a single reason that I respect you and your time and your money enormously, more than I respect mine even. Here is a point of view for you just to consider. When you see, for example, Coach Michael, Black November, 40% off my online training, what do you really purchase? Now think about it for a second. Is it my experience, my total commitment, my time, my mind, or you're buying less money with more money? Think about it. Because let's say I charge $100 just for the ease of math. And I'm like, and you're saying, I'm not willing to pay $100. Like it's for me, it's expensive. I'm not. So at this point, you're being very honest with yourself. And by saying that I don't want to spend that money, etc., what subconsciously you're telling yourself that you're not ready to work, you don't want it, you kind of want it someday maybe style. Okay, it's not really your, like, it's not yours. But if you say 40% off and you're thinking like, shit, like it's a good deal, I'm gonna go for it, and you purchase, what have you bought? What actual transition was made between us? Think. Yes, very good. You haven't purchased, hired, rented actually, because I have nothing to sell you, absolutely. There is no physical good that are transferring. You're renting my experience, but you haven't. Because the reason that you purchased was 40%, meaning that you paid $60 to buy $40 back. Now, that sucks as a deal, absolutely. And if you run by that logic, you'll understand why many people, like programs, fail. It's not because of you, and it's not because of me. It's because there was something like the sale that deviated your inner honesty, and you fell for the trap that you actually do want to and ready, like really ready to train. Fast forward, take this approach like a camera obscura perspective, like this net, and apply it to everything in your life. For a person you're dating, hopefully not married yet, because if you do, it's a whole different journey now. It's a nice one, but it's not related to this post, to this talk of mine. It's a different topic. Are you dating 40% while paying 60? The work that you do now, or your business that you're trying to create, what is it? 40% by again paying 60? Or is it something that is eternal? Like it's yours. It's like really that. Because here's the thing. People who really wanted my help or any other coach help, I'm not talking about myself now, They simply wrote me a letter or texted me and saying like, Coach, I'm interested, how much? Fair enough, fair question, all right? Um, they hear the sum. Some of them just go, oh, well, no. And again, beautiful. Because both of us, like in marriage, because when you pay, it's kind of marriage for the next 12 weeks, stuck with each other. I'm trying to do my best and you actually don't need my best. Okay, because you never wanted it in the first place. You purchased 40 bucks, paying 60, but you purchased 40 bucks. And now you're stuck with a guy who took you seriously and actually trying to train you. Of course you'll be miserable. Like, what other things can be there? You'll get injured, you'll get sick, your life will turn around, everything to have this like decent excuse merely for yourself, actually. All right, to ask either for refund, which obviously, or just to feel uncomfortable and kinda, slipping into oblivion. Merely because you did not receive. The moment you paid 60 bucks for the 40% Black Friday discount, it is done. No, think, honestly, there is no 12 weeks. There is nothing I can do that will make you happy because you did not purchase the 12-week training. You never wanted it. It's like the Soviet Union, like back in the 70s, the concept of sex kind of wasn't real. Okay, like people had sex, but like we didn't had sex in USSR. Like it was something evil of the Americans on the free world. This Russian stupid mentality. Anyway, people wanted, like young people, actually like poor people, they just wanted sex, which is absolutely normal. Okay, like this is nature, this is how you gain experience, this is how you understand the things work, this is how you understand this energetic connection between people. So they wanted sex, fine, and eventually they got married because of this stupid regime and the stupid social pressure that if you sleep with the girl, you love the girl and she must get pregnant. Actually, many women got fucked like this, including my mom, all right, on this kind of stupid ride of like, if you slept with the man, it's probably love. It was due to French romanticism novels like Three Musketeers and stuff, okay, like people read stuff and they actually believed stuff. Like the same, like martial artists in USSR actually believed the Chinese kung fu movies from the early 70s, they actually flew like this. Okay, they didn't knew that Chinese had cable system. They actually believed that this is real. Like people, if you train hard enough, people can attain it. And guess what? Actually, some of them did pretty amazing stuff in the martial arts world. But the one who got married, believing that this is true, got very miserable. And the old generation of kids who was born out of this relationship was very miserable, is very miserable still. Trust me on the sunscreen. So that's why I don't run Black Friday sales. Because if you really tight on a budget, which is absolutely fine, just shoot me a message or any coach. There is no ego here. This is the true apprenticeship, where apprentice, you remember Fight Club? Where his name was Richard Paulson? When he stayed at the door, rain, taking any curses, any beating because he wanted to get in, this is the same thing. If you really want, okay, you'll come honest, clean, saying like, coach, listen, this is the money I have, and you will count the cents out of your wallet. All right, like I can go, can you please take me, I'll do whatever, wash your dishes, like your car would, like if you're Israel, I don't know, but this is how far you go. And this is, guys, called effort, because 40% is not an effort, It's a needle. And I'm not giving you needles. Because if you're not willing to make an effort like this small, of really talking, approaching, knowing, because when you do, then you really know that you're like deep invested into it and you really want it. Because then you want that 12 weeks. Like you really do want those 12 weeks. And if you're not willing to make an effort, what do you think will happen after week 1, 2, 3? Yep. You'll just bail out, like probably it had happened many times before, because it sucks, even subconsciously. It's even more sucks. Knowing that you paid 60 for 40, you thought you had made a deal of your life, but eventually you just overpaid $20 and you're feeling cheated and you're feeling like a sucker and you're kind of hating everything. And that's why I don't run sales, because I respect you enormously. I respect your time. I respect your money. Even more than myself. Maybe. I want you. It's you I need. And if you're willing to come that far, then let's talk. Cheers.